Welcome to day 2 of the Everyone Home COC in-person committee meeting. My name is Simone Falls. I am the co-chair for the leadership board, and I'm here with the other co-chair, Mo, right? And we're happy to have you all here. Nice to see everyone's faces in person, and nice to see so many people joining us by Zoom as well. A few housekeeping notes: the restrooms are through the doors to the right and then to the left. There is an emergency exit out that door to the right, and of course the regular exit to the left. That's my right, my left, so your left and your right. We have tea, coffee outside, and there's regular water in the back of the room if you need water. We also have a survey for day 2 on your table. There are 2 surveys, there may be 3 if the survey from day 1 is there, but we have a day 2 survey that you can scan whenever you feel like it to answer, and then the other survey we'll get to in a moment. Encourage you all to also use your sticky notes to give feedback to the Alameda County Home Together plan on the large white sheets in the back of the room. And encourage you all to network today, get to know a new face, give someone a smile, and enjoy your time. And we're gonna go ahead and get started with public comment. The first person is James Van.
I just wanted to bring up something that got mentioned briefly yesterday. A lot of the.
Sorry, James, just a second. They can't hear on Zoom without the microphone.
I just wanted to highlight something that was mentioned briefly yesterday. And it's a lot of the work, the good work that's done is in connecting people to housing and also even providing services, which is very good. But one thing that's missing is cash content. It costs money to live. It costs money even to be homeless in a tent. And even people who do get housing, there's money attached to it. So, but we never mentioned serving the economic needs of the people that are being served. And I would just plead that we somehow find a way to weave that into our programs, to find out what is the status, what is the economic status of the people we are contacting and serving, and what do they need in order to survive, and connect them with the economic ability to meet those needs. So that's basically all I have to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you, James.
Great, thank you, James. Next for public comment, John Janosko.
That's how I felt yesterday.
Good morning, everybody. I'm John Janosko, organizer with Wood Street Commons. To the point, right now, it's just a friendly reminder that as we sit here right now, there is an eviction going on in West Grand. The people that are getting evicted right now were people who got evicted 3 weeks ago at Martin Luther King in West Grand. And so the city decided to go back and felt it necessary to keep moving these people that didn't have any place to go. There was an eviction about 2 months ago that we were able to stop. And it was because of the people that were housed, people that were our supporters, called in to Mayor Chantel's office, either called in or left an email to talk to her or her assistant about stopping the sweep that happened that day. What was going to happen that day a couple of months ago. My point being is that sometimes I feel like, you know, the cause is hopeless. There's no reprieve from itself. But that day, there were over 100 phone calls and over 100 emails that were sent into Mayor Chantel's office, which in turn had stopped the eviction that was going to happen on 34th and Mandela, a group of friends that are still out there from the Wood Street community. So I just want everyone to know that there's a lot of power in this group right here. And if we do things as a unit, we can make a really big difference, especially when it comes to these sweeps that they need to stop doing. 30 seconds, thank you, that was it.
All right, thank you, John.
Printed out the city administrator's number and Mayor Shane Cow's number, that's what I was giving out.
Thank you. Next, we have Veron Brown.
Like, well, nobody. Okay, let's see. Made it here by the hair of my chip. Whew. Oh my God, good to see you too. I have one sip of coffee, guys, please bear with me. I've been up since 2 o'clock because I'm speaking for someone. Okay, who's holding the timer? Because I need to see that person. Do anybody have any spare minutes they like to, like a city council? 5, 6, 7, whatever. I'm not joking. If you have any minutes you want to donate, please just raise your hand and I'll get a chance to keep going. I'll point to her. Okay, if you have any minutes to donate, please raise your hand. I'd be more than happy to, accept it. Okay, I'm going to just start talking because let me know when I'm ready. Okay. Okay, let's see, I have 2 minutes. Emphasize the importance of creating mechanisms for continuous feedback from those affected by housing policy to ensure that programs remain relevant and effective. Prioritize lived experience. Advocate for greater involvement of individuals with lived expertise in policymaking and program development. Their insights are invaluable for creating effective solutions. Increase funding for support services. Push for increased funding dedicated to comprehensive support services, including mental health, addiction treatment, and job training, which are essential for long-term stability. Funding specifically for people with lived experience who serve or have served on the COC committees to attend all interrelated conferences on housing and homelessness nationally. Enhance coordination among agencies. Urge for better coordination and communication between government, agencies, nonprofits, and other stakeholders to provide cohesive and efficient support. Training and development programs. Offer comprehensive training programs for people with lived experience to develop their leadership. Okay, she just gave me the card. Leadership, advocacy, and professional skills. This empowers them to take on more significant roles within the community and beyond. Through my lived experience of being unhoused and displaced, I carry a heavy burden on my soul, yet I recognize that resilience is not just a choice, it is a necessity. Without it, I risk not only my spiritual well-being, but potentially my physical survival. Many fail to grasp the deep complexities involving housing stability. For 8 years as a native of California, I have faced housing instability. My involvement with COC allows me to advocate for change from a place of firsthand knowledge. I am determined to ensure that our community understands these complexities and work together to find meaningful solutions. Resilience, advocacy, and community empowerment are not just words, they are lifelines. This is from Patrick, who couldn't be here today. He wanted to be here, but he went to DC to speak on our behalf and to get more money for funding for COC, but apparently, they couldn't help him get here. More importantly, what the community must know, the first snow happened a few days ago. It's gonna be a cold ass winter, these are his words, all throughout California. Many unhoused will not make it, and he may not make it as well. Okay. I'm Mary Brown, and I'm a product of the Tuck Shed, and I'm on Friday with the Tuck Shed. So if anybody have any extra minutes, I'd really like to speak on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Veron. And Anthony?
How's everybody doing? I'm Anthony. I work for the nonprofit organization, and then, we're constantly out in the streets and encampments, and I feel like even with the right conversation pieces and winning over someone's trust, let them know that we're part of the community as well, and you're just a reflection of myself, just in another shell, we all got hearts and souls, right? But it's like, even with that kind of conversation piece, I feel as though I'm trying to convince them to go over to, in a good way, right, to get them to St. Vincent de Paul, because even with these closures and everything like that, there's only so many limited spots. So even if we get them into a shelter, then what's the transition look like? And then now I'm relying on a case manager that I've never met, But it's like now that's why it's about the network and having those connections and be like, hey, I'm seeing so-and-so over here. I would like you to keep a lookout for them because you're gonna be working with them, you know? And this person really is trying to get their stuff together, right? Don't let them fall through the cracks, you know? Because that's why when I work with people, I wanna know who they're working with, what they're not doing for them, but in a respectful way, you know what I mean? And just ask like, how can we come together, you know, and get this person where they need to be, you know? And it's really about the love that we put out there. It's like planting those seeds, right? I know when I was messing up in my life, I remember when I got everything together, I remembered everybody along the way that tried to help me, you know? Whether or not I was ready for the help at that time, it all comes back together in tenfold. And then another individual like me can be in a position that I'm in right now to make a difference. Because it's a ripple effect. It's way bigger than just the individual that's doing the job. There's a bigger picture that's involved in all this. And I just want everyone, you know what I mean, is to paint that picture, right? It's bigger than me, you know? And it's all about how I deliver this love. Where am I at? 30 seconds? That's all. All right.
Thank you, Anthony. All right, that concludes public comment this morning. We'll move along in the agenda. I'll go over the agenda for today briefly. Mo and I are going to deliver the state of the continuum of care and have a short business meeting regarding the CLC. Then we'll take a break at 11 and come back to discuss the NOFO, to receive updates and have a discussion. And then we will have a lunch together, so we'll be able to break bread and sit down together and have conversations over lunch. Then we will have the Alameda County 10-year housing plan, followed by supporting programs with lived experience in the CLC. Supporting persons with lived experience in the CLC work. Then we'll have another break and conclude with our afternoon activities, the racial equity activity and community conversation, looking ahead to next year, 2025.